Oh, hey, welcome to movie time. I don't know. But hey, since you're here, welcome to movie time. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Movie Time. I'm your host, Jeff, and we have a review for you today. As always, it's Castlevania Season 4 that dropped about four days ago. If you haven't seen it, go see it, okay? We'll be talking about some spoilers. I think it's okay since it's like anime, you know. So hang on, adjust the camera a little bit. There you go, so you can see me face to face. But you got to see season 4. If you haven't seen all the seasons, don't just jump into season 4. You won't know what's going on. Castlevania, uh, the last season, I believe, was done by Mappa Production. No. That was Yasuke. Sorry about that. I forget what production it was. I think it's an American studio. I'm not too for sure. Leave a comment down below and let me know if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that I'm wrong, but let's jump into it further. You start off with uh, catching up with Belmont and Sypha and where they've been for the past 6 weeks. And so, of course, it ends in season 3 about them leaving that little village where they had that whole psychedelic zealot people trying to bring back Dracula. And so Belmont says, we're going to do it my way. I love his voice, by the way. By the way, that voice actor is in a show called Strangers, or Stranger, I believe it's on Netflix, so you can actually see what he looks like. Awesome guy. Awesome actor, by the way, too. But, yeah, so we catch up on what they're doing. They're trying to pretty much just stopping groups of people that are trying to bring back Dracula. And they don't know why, they don't know what's going on, but we find out later that it's all connected to bring back something that's more supremer than freaking Dracula himself. And so it's pretty cool. Dude, they freaking Sypha. Okay, so it's not just like a female mage that's just like it's like just useless all the time. I mean, she contributes so much. She's so strong in her abilities and her character and her own abilities. She knows what she can and cannot do, but that doesn't limit her to go tackle on things that she know that's like, you know, Belmont's level or Alciard's level. There is no such thing as like, if you want to go, we can go because I'm not afraid to take you on. And she's not just a support either. Like they had that class like mage is like a support, whenever you're playing like an RPG game. That's not really the case here. She's front line. She's front and center, and the two other guys really depend on her just as much as they or she depends on them too. So it's just beautiful how they just rank this character not a typical female mage, you know, or love interest too as well. And so you really get to see her upgrading her abilities, and they give her a lot of a lot of moments. You know how in season 3 they gave a lot of moments to Belmont, that epic animation. They did a lot with her in this season as well too. And of course, later on this season they have this female delusion character of the city where it all began, where Dracula came down with that fiery face and blew it up. They deal with this delusional woman who's trying to bring back this king or the kingdom to restore the city, but they found out that the king and queen are dead, and she's taking orders from them that are not really there. She's like, well, this is happening. This is what's going to happen. They're going to come back, and everything's going to be okay. They're going to restore the order in the kingdom, and we're all going to be okay. And they're hanging on to a false identity of reality of what it used to be. And they're not. She's not really taking care of the people, but her leadership is based off delusion, when Sypha's leadership is based off reality. And so you really get to see those two contrasts hit each other. And of course, Sypha wins at the end because you got these 7 vampires who are trying to take, I don't want to say Dracula's position, but really trying to take the opportunity of to seize the land of farming people and everything. And so you have these characters, this British guy, Venery, the vampire, you know, please leave a comment down below. And so his characters, it's linked into this organization or group with uh Germain or Jermaine Main, the magician guy that we met in season 3. And so we found out later that he's also trying to do some hinky dinky stuff as an alchemist. I didn't know he was an alchemist, but I'm sure you guys probably knew that too. And so we get to see how he progressed into who he is, which kind of broke my heart because I liked him in season 3. There was more stuff to him to dive into, but I guess this is kind of the route because ultimately he's trying to still get into the that stairway to find his woman, his love interest, and you get to see a little bit of his backstory about how they met and everything, and his journey, and what he's pursuit of just knowledge and stuff like that as an alchemist. But later on, he meets this alchemist person. Comes to find out that it's actually death personified, trying to get him to bring back Dracula and to really bring death and chaos upon the world. But Jermaine, the musician guy, is linked to other people who are trying to bring back Dracula and his wife to put in one body to summon this supreme other being to really focus on the stairway thing to have control over the bridge tunnel thing. I don't know. I don't know. But it's a great story. It's a great story. Alkiard. This guy, oh man, he's a solid character. He's more front and center in this screen. He's more front and center. He's really taken the role as Belmont, really just helping people. He's just talking to himself like, "Oh my God, I'm Belmont." And he's just like, he's funny. He's funny in this one. A little bit more relaxed, a little bit more open. He meets this villager about needing people. They need a new safe haven because their village is getting attacked by people because that magician guy has partnered with vampires to attack the village so I can get the village to the castle so that death can power up this alchemy thing to where they can open up this gateway or doorway or stairway tunnel thing. I forget what it's called, man. What's it called? What's it called? Let's see. Was it Bridgeway in Castlevania? What's it called? No, I don't know what it's called. Deep? No, no, I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and look it up. I tried for you guys. Well, for me too. Forget you guys. No, I'm playing. Calm down. But yeah, so they eventually get him back to the castle. Remember, the castle is next to the Belmont residence too, right? So if that whole thing goes kapoop, all the knowledge of the world of great knowledge just goes to waste. And so Alkiel's journey, I'm pretty sure I'm saying his name wrong. Correct me down in the comments down below with sections. It really helped me out. But yeah, so he gets his trust back in humanity again. He's taking another try because he's half human, right? With this female who's leading the group back, and they get back to the castle, and then he's trying to defend the castle and everything. But we'll stop right there because Isaac comes into play where he's on a conquest. He restores the city of which, in season 3, he restored that. He fought that city of the dead where that magic guy, I think, was controlling the dead people. So he killed him, and of course he turned some of them into his followers, as a what do you call that thing? What do you call that thing, Sprite? A forge master. And so into those creatures, whatever. But eventually he restores the city, right? And he goes on a quest. You know what? He wants to do some good, I guess. And so he attacks the lead female vampire of the quadruplets. And that is an epic fight scene I've never seen. Dude, Isaac is my favorite character. He's my favorite character. Okay? If I can get like a little statue of him, I would. Speaking of statues, I've seen all the statues that I can get from Castlevania. They're pretty pricey. But it's worth it. But Isaac's story just continues on his progress of not really damning all humanity. It's not really all of them to blame for his situation. So you really get to see him grow up and to mature into, like, I don't need to really take revenge. That's like a child, you know. And so he really goes on to, I forget the reasoning of why he attacks the lead vampire, but it's an epic fight scene that you'll never forget because he goes hand to hand. A human goes hand to hand with a vampire. Now, mind you, he's smart, right? He sends in his lieutenants, I guess, or captains who fights beside him, which are totally bad hate, by the way. Especially the one with the wings. It's just so sick. And there's just blood everywhere on the bottom that they're fighting in. Him and the lead vampire who's like extra strong, right? And I'm like, dude, this dude is fighting on the same level as this vampire chick, and he's just getting it too. I'm just like, this dude is holding his own against this vampire chick, man. Forget her name. The four sisters or whatever. Not really sisters, but I forget her name. It's the one with the silver hair. You guys know it. Please leave a comment down below so I can remember who that person is. But he just dominates her, right? He just dominates her, and then after that's all said and done, he finds Hector. Yeah, we got a little bit of beef, man, but I'm not here to take revenge. Like it's kind of child's play. I think we're too mature for that. But what's separating him from Hector is Hector's little mistress, I guess you can say, that he actually trapped himself in this cage. Now she's strong too, mind you, but he walks into this cage, trapped in with her, takes his little forger knife and just moves the barrier, walks in and just looks at her. And she's like, what the frick? This dude's walking up in here with me? I was like, yo, Isaac just like, I don't care about you, son. It's like, you smell fry. I'm after your sister, son. And he just goes in there and just looks at her and she's just like, right? And he walks past her again and he helps Hector get the little ring thing off. And it's just, oh man, I love that part. Isaac is my favorite. He's my favorite. He's so dope. Isaac is so dope, man. And plus his attire and what he wears, oh, it's so clean too. He looks good in that blue. He looks really good in that blue. And so that's his thing. It ends right there, but there's still more to cover with him and Hector. They say it's the last season. I'm not for sure because it's just so rich. There's so much more to tell and explore with Isaac and his relationship with himself and humanity and growing out of not needing Dracula per se. It's a big thing. Some spoilers, but not all spoilers. And then we got Belmont and Cypher. Remember, she's with that delusional leader, right? They fight that British vampire dude. At the same time, Alciard is fighting people too, who's attacking his castle, right? That magician guy. How are they going to help each other, right? This is so dope. They found this mirror, right? Belmont and Cypher. They've been going 6 to 8 to 10 weeks, right? Fighting hard. They're exhausted. They're just exhausted. And Belmont's like, I could use a year of sleep and a new body. And Cypher's the same thing, right? And they still jump to the mirror. And it's so epic, right? Because Alciard's he's backed into a corner. He got these monsters coming at him. All of a sudden, you see the fire. And you see Belmont's whip comes through. And he just looks at him and he goes, Trevor Belmont. And it's just so dope. And then Cypher's like, what's the situation? Cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? She takes lead. She's like, what's the situation? Give it to us. What's happening? And they give the situation. They don't talk. You know how it is. And they just go in there, fight, and go ham. That, let me tell you, I was screaming and hollering. I was like, yo boy, yo girl. Dude, she was getting it. All three of them. It was just, you could tell they were very happy to be back together because the way they were fighting was just too sick. It was too sick. That's episode 9. And so take your time getting there. Last episode you have no, it's still in episode 9. So they have to fight this this magician guy, he's in the same spot where Dracula died, right, in Alciard's room. And he takes this key and he opens up, but Death comes up, reveals himself that he was that alchemist girl or whatever. And then, and then, he takes this key, which is powered by the souls of the people who died, right, who've been dying this whole time, and he powers up, and then, of course, Alciard and Sypha get separated, and come to find out, there's a little surprise in her belly, and Belmont's like, "I love you." She goes, "I know." She doesn't play around. She already knows. Her intelligence is just, it's not like knowledgeable. She's just her instinct and common sense on the battlefield and reading situations and very strategic puts her at the same level with Belmont and Alciard. Even though they have not a lot of knowledge about a lot of things, she makes up for it and a lot of other things, which are very complements both of them and vice versa. So I like that approach a lot. But that last battle is just, it's him versus Death, who is powered up by like all these dead souls, right? It's just epic, guys. It's epic. You gotta go see it. Mind you, the animation is like, it's like they have like 50 miles worth of space to fight in, but they're on like this little circular thing on the castle. I'm like, I love animation. I love anime, just so you guys know. That's my review. Uh, you gotta see it. You gotta see it. If you like this video, I know it's longer than usual. Hit a hit that like button, leave a comment, sub to the channel, okay? And catch you guys at the next review.